Hey Jacob, how much do you think just the time off of the COVID pause and limited practice kind of affected this game and maybe made you guys a little bit sluggish at times?
Um, I would say a little bit, but we can't really blame that. We didn't play well. We got off to a really fast start, and I think we thought we were going to be able to coast from there. And they're a really good team. They've got players that can really play. I think we let our foot off the gas. Early on, I think we could have pushed our lead a little better. We gave up a couple offensive rebounds, let them get going, and then they stayed in the game. We got to be better.
Jacob, how strange was last week for you guys? And any details you can share just about kind of how weird it was as you guys were awaiting the chance to get back out there on the court?
Yeah, it was really strange. I think that was the biggest thing, the uncertainty of when we could even work out. Not really our next game or our next practice, but just when we could be able to lift and be able to get shots up. They had us out of the facilities for a little while. So I think just the uncertainty kind of confused us all and made us a little impatient.
Jacob, John O'Connor here. Is this what we're going to see with opponents playing a ranked team? Obviously, that was a very motivated, energetic Wofford group.
Yeah, this is a situation that we haven't really been in. We've never been somebody that guys are aiming to play, looking forward to playing. We're gonna have a target on our back. We have to be better. I think that's what it comes down to. We're ranked now, so I think that's automatically something that's gonna motivate guys. And they came in really playing hard. We gotta be better.
Jake, how much of letting your foot off the gas has to do with having no fans in the building?
It's a little strange. I've talked about before, we're gonna have to rely on each other and our bench to really have a lot of energy. They went on a run and it felt like they were at home. It's just a little strange, but we can pick up our energy for sure. We were talking very early. It kind of died off once they started making a little run, so we just got to work on that and pick it back up.
Jacob, do you learn something from this game about playing as a ranked team that you'll be able to benefit from going forward?
Just that you have to approach it like you're a ranked team. I feel like most of us came in this game just thinking it was another game against a really good team that we were supposed to win, not really knowing that we had a target on our back. I think a lot of us had forgot the fact that we're a top 25 team right now. So it's definitely extra motivation for other teams, and it's got to be motivation for us as well.
Jacob, Nathan's obviously been on a tear through the first couple games. Tonight comes in, only gets about 5 shots up. Do you wish, looking back, that maybe you guys, from the get-go, emphasize and try to get him some more looks throughout the game?
I think he had a little bit of foul trouble in the first half. But anytime Nate catches the ball, we want to be really aggressive. He makes plays. I feel like a lot of times he's a mismatch for the other team. So we try to go to him for a little bit in the second half. When he went on a little run, I think he got fouled twice, maybe had a layup. But yeah, anytime we can get him the ball where we feel like we can, he has a mismatch and take advantage of it, we're going to try. We've got a lot of guys on the team that can play. So however we can, score the ball, we're going to try.
Going back through, conference play last year, you kind of struggled to shoot the three once you hit January last year. How good was it for you, even when you had 2 good games but didn't shoot it great, to see 4 of 7 go in and really get your stroke going from deep?
Make a couple threes, miss a couple layups. It's just not working out for me so far. But it's all confidence. It's something that we've talked about throughout everybody on the team. You just got to stay confident. Shots go in one day, shots don't go in another day. So I've made enough jump shots in my life. I'm just going to keep shooting it, letting it fly.
Hey, Mr. Gilliard, could you say a word about Tyler Burton's day? At times he looked like the most impressive player on the floor, and at times he struggled. Can you talk about his performance today?
He's young. I think that's what that comes down to. He's really talented, but he's really young. But he had a huge late bucket. He got fouled and made 2 huge free throws. He's always going to rebound the ball well. I think he's probably the best rebounder we have. So he's going to come out and compete. I feel like once he starts to understand a little bit more what we're doing on offense and a little bit on defense, he's got to communicate. I think he's letting us communicate a little too much for him instead of just being aggressive and communicating to us. So, I'm excited for him. I think he's going to be really good. Nobody's a bigger Tyler Burton fan than I am, so I can't wait.
Jacob, what did you guys learn over the past week about just kind of how you got a window into what a lot of teams are going through? What did you learn about the patience and flexibility you guys are going to have this season, as are every other team in the nation?
Yeah, no, we knew about it before the season came in. We were thinking this is going to be crazy, but we had already went through the summer where we didn't get to come here for a little bit. But it's way different. at any moment, like we could test tomorrow and God forbid, something bad happens, but we could be stuck for another week off. So, just being to adapt. Other teams are going to go through it too. Just got to find a way to make it to your advantage.
Anything else? All right. Thank you, Jacob.
Appreciate it.
How about that? John, good to see you. Pleased with the win. Really pleased that we were able to play a game, and I appreciate Wofford being able to also play the game on such short notice. They're a very good team. They played extremely hard, as they always do. Similar game we had in the Robins Center maybe 6 or 7 years ago when Mike Young was the coach at Wofford. They play really hard, have some skilled players. And we made enough plays down the stretch, which I was proud of the way we played down the stretch to win the game. So appreciate Wofford. Pleased with the win and looking forward to Wednesday.
Chris, what message did you leave your guys with after such a game?
Just that your respect for college basketball always has to be extremely high. Wofford has really good players. They have a great system that's been proven to be effective for a long, long time. And, you always have to respect basketball. Again, I thought we executed and did things really, really well in the last minute and a half to be able to win the game. So pleased with that. There are some things we have to do better. They shot incredibly well from 3 in the second half, and that would probably be something that we need to make sure we look at and figure out, what those issues were so we can be better defending the 3-point line.
Hey, Chris, you had a spell in the second half where you guys were uncharacteristically sloppy. Turnovers, I think you had 3 turnovers in a row. How much stuff like that is maybe COVID related, pandemic related, just because you guys haven't had, all the, Jacob was talking about, you guys couldn't even come in the building for a while.
Yeah, this is frustrating. Obviously, there are a lot worse things going on, but for a basketball team, it's frustrating. We're built on our routines, trying to have as perfect routines as we can, and for us to not be able to work out, practice, we missed 2 games, and very frustrating. We had 3 tests that were positive. Those 3 people were tested negative 3 subsequent days. That's frustrating. That part's really frustrating and hard to just dismiss because we feel like we are doing so many things right and trying to give ourselves the best chance to play. So when it comes down to that, that's frustrating. But at the same time, we need to play. When the ball is tipped, we need to come out and play. And certainly down the stretch, I thought we did a really good job of that.
So in reality, did you guys actually have no COVID positives?
Yeah, I mean we were tested, I think 3 times in Kentucky prior to coming back, and then had 3 positives here, no players. Those 3 tested again the 3 subsequent days and had all negatives. So I don't know if it's officially ruled a false positive or not ruled a false positive, but that's difficult to wrap your head around and unfortunate. So we'll try to make up the games either with those opponents or with different opponents, but we'll certainly try to do our best with trying to get even.
Chris, Jacob talked a little bit about, trying to play good basketball for 40 minutes. Obviously, that's something after the Morehead State game that you guys really emphasized and maybe did a little better against Kentucky, still kind of had some struggles in the first half. What do you need to do with this team moving forward to get max effort and efficiency from start to finish?
Yeah, I would say just keep playing. We just need to have we just need to have more of a typical week to have 2 practices, 3 practices, or shoot around and play. We just need to keep playing. They're good teams, and certainly we're going to be a target for teams. And I think we know that. We have to really understand that and embrace it, and then go out and play well. We got great contributions from Andre Gustafson and Sal today. I needed to play Sal more in the second half, and that's that was my fault on that. But those guys really helped us, and that's the way it's going to be. That's the way it is for every season. You need everybody chipping in and contributing, and then you can get more and more consistent as you go on.
What did you see on the ball screens tonight, Chris? And again, back in the Morehead State game, that was maybe something that confused you guys a bit in the first half there. Tonight seemed like there were decent amount of miscommunications in terms of rotating, doubling, going over, under. What did you see on that front?
Yeah, in Morehead State, it was a lot of screens off the ball, and just more, I think, a different offense than we had. Not a different offense, but some different movements that we hadn't scouted because it was the first game. I think tonight, they use the ball screens well. And I think that, they also, not just ball screens, but dribble handoffs. And I think that's where we got stuck a few times in how hard and how long are you going to stay on your hedge when it's a dribble handoff, because your guy's now rolling to the basket. You're putting pressure on your help behind you. And I think we had a difficult, it's good offense and it was good play, but I think we had a little bit difficult time handling that. Matt Grace did a good job of it. I thought Sal Caresi did a good job of it, but all in all, we can get better in that regard.
Chris, before today, even though you have a senior-laden team, do you think your squad fully appreciated the kind of effort they will get from opponents as a ranked team, and the fact that after they make a run, not having a crowd in the Robbins Center will kind of dampen, whatever enthusiasm they might have internally?
Yeah, I don't think we realize it until you go through it. I mean, I thought we handled ourselves well, but we led 11-0, and then I think we went up by 12 in the second half. I'm not sure the exact time, but maybe 56-44. And yet the crowd would help in those situations for sure. But more, you have to keep putting your, you have to keep your foot on the gas, and you have to keep running your offense, keep defending, rebound better. And I think we just weren't quite good enough for the full 40 minutes. I don't think it was a matter of overlooking anything or the crowd necessarily, but we just have to play, so that we're ready and prepared for the opponent's best shot, and just how good everybody is in college basketball.
Coach, you got a window kind of into what a lot of teams have experienced across the country last week. Does it just kind of make you guys appreciate even more how adaptable and how flexible, people are going to have to be this season? This is a fluid situation. For sure. We have to, that like I said, it was challenging and frustrating because it wasn't a player, and then we find out they weren't positive tests. So, to lose, not only to lose the 2 games that we did, but to lose time in the gym altogether, that's a challenge. You have to meet the challenge. That's the way it goes, and you have to meet the challenge. And we very much appreciate the opportunity to play. And, what you want is your effort and your decision-making and your extra pass to reflect that. And we can do better on all fronts, and I'm confident we will.
Chris, could you speak to Tyler Burton's eventful evening? He did a little bit of everything.
He did. He really did. Well, Tyler is going to be great. When he's in the game, we go from being a decent rebounding team to a good rebounding team, number one. He's, a very good athlete. And he's also a good all-around player. I thought that the confidence our guys had to go into him late. He scored a big basket in the post where he came back over. His left shoulder was big. And, like everybody, John, there are going to be mistakes out there that he makes. And, he's going to learn from those mistakes. But he really has a chance to be a very special player, and he needs to take every positive occurrence and every negative occurrence and use those to try to get better and better and better. I think his teammates believe that he's going to be great just as much as I do. And I think his confidence can come from there, and also playing through some of these mistakes or bad decisions that he sometimes makes.
Anything else for Coach, guys? All right,
Great.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you,
See
guys.
Wednesday.